Whether you're a rap fan or keep yourself educated with the luxury brands industry, you must be familiar with the iconic jewelry brand Jacob & Company. You must have heard about the Bugatti Chiron watch price, which can cost you as much as $1.3 million. But the man behind these luxury watches and jewelry is Jacob Arabo, also known as Jacob the Jeweler. So how did this man, born in the Soviet Union, become a multi-millionaire by making some of the most expensive watches that became a culture? Let's find out. Born in Tashkent, Uzbek SSR, Soviet Union, Jacob was the youngest in a family of 5. As a youngster, he would spend his time helping his sisters repair their jewelry. That sparked his interest in luxury items, which later became his profession. During his younger years, Jacob also took a photography course, which he credits as the basis and foundation of his design aesthetics. But everything changed when Jacob got highly interested in watches. At 13, Jacob's father gave him a world time watch. Interested in the watch's design and making, Jacob wanted to learn how to fix watches, and a year later, he joined a part-time job assisting a watchmaker. According to his own words, he loved all the tiny parts and gears, and was enthralled by the ability to breathe life into a movement, to assemble it, and then have it tell time. In 1979, as Jacob was 14 years old, he and his family migrated to New York City. That was a critical life changer for Jacob. They lived in Forest Hills, Queens, and Jacob attended Forest Hills High School. However, since his family moved to the US, his father had to work hard, even doing multiple jobs just to support his family. After Jacob turned 16, he discontinued his formal education due to poor finances, but enrolled in a 6-month jewelry making course. After graduating just 4 months later, Jacob had a lot of talent, which led him to work at a local wholesale jewelry factory. He earned $125 a week there, but more was needed. By 17, Jacob started designing his pieces at night while working with the family during the day. His grind was justified, and he was making progress little by little. In his teenage years, Jacob Arabo worked for a traditional jewelry manufacturer in New York while working on his jewelry at night. After some time, Jacob took his makeshift workshop to a permanent factory in the Diamond District, where he gained tons of experience. He specialized in gold jewelry and started creating his designs, but he was still working for clients in the industry by producing traditional jewels for different retailers and distributors. It was 1986 when Jacob was 21 years old, when he founded the retail jewelry company called Diamond Quasar. He started doing business under the Jacob & Co. brand, where he worked to make designs for private clients. That's when his brand started to blow up. Just 4 years later, he had already established his kiosk in New York's Diamond District. But little did he know, something big was approaching him. You see, rap was booming in the early 90s. Rappers like Tupac Shakur were super in due to their hot takes in rap and their controversial lyrics. But one of the biggest rappers of all time, the notorious B.I.G., liked the innovative timepieces of Jacob and gave him the name Jacob the Jeweler, which became his name in the industry. Biggie was so impressed that he introduced Jacob to his other friends. Jacob's moniker has also appeared in many rap songs by Jay-Z, Nas, and other rappers. Arabo saw the opportunity and started dabbling in the entertainment industry, collaborating on custom designs with rappers, singers, and other artists. Well, things took a 360 turn when all the famous rappers of that time started paying Jacob to make them some of the sickest designs. We can go all day by naming these celebrities, and the list still won't be finished. Still, some of Jacob's clients are P. Diddy, Jay-Z, 50 Cent, Madonna, Rihanna, Salma Hayek, Michael Jordan, and even famous boxer Canelo Alvarez. Arabo's fame started increasing as he became one of the first jewelers to create big diamond jewels for men, a fashion which is still popular to this date. Jacob's quartz watch collection took over the watch industry in 2002, and it was called the 5 Time Zone watch. It had bold primary colors with multiple time zone technology, and it was one of the first watches to be worn by both men and women. We see many celebrities like Naomi Campbell and Derek Jeters, who took an interest and bought the watches. The exciting part about this watch was its interchangeable bezel, which could be replaced with a bezel paved with diamonds. being such a luxurious watch, it was a pretty interesting time where Jacob lived. With such a huge fan base and a culture that loved this fashion, Jacob moved from Diamond District to a mine-inspired flagship boutique at 57th Street and Park Ave in 2004. But that's where things got dark. It was so dark that it could have ended Jacob's whole brand. Arabo was arrested in 2006 on charges of money laundering. The authorities said he laundered about $270 million in drug profits for the Black Mafia family. However, these charges were eventually dropped in June 2008 when Arabo pleaded guilty to another crime that wasn't so extreme, but the judge sentenced Jacob to a 2.5-year sentence in federal prison. He had to pay a $50,000 fine and an extra $2 million to the U.S. government. That was quite a dark time in Arabo's life. While he was found guilty of a less serious crime, he still gave a hefty fine. In 2007, Jacob founded Jacob & Company South Africa in Geneva, Switzerland, a country that was known for its luxury watchmaking and elite designs. That's where he introduced his first high watchmaking timepiece, the Quentin. It was the world's first watch with a vertical tourbillon and 31-day power reserve, making it the largest receive watch. However, trouble still followed Jacob as he was charged with falsifying records and lying to investigators, so he ultimately got another sentence, but it was up to 30 months. He was later released in April 2010. Jacob's life has been full of achievements and troubles. So let's talk about some of the successes that he's made and why he's called Jacob the Jeweler. 2011, Jacob & Company got their first brand ambassador, the Chinese martial arts action star and director Donnie Yen. That gave the company a lot of exposure and further pushed it into the Asian market. In 2012, the supermodel and actress Milla Jovovich became the next Jacob & Company ambassador, and it was announced in Switzerland. Since the company was already in Switzerland, there was a lot of reach that the brand revealed because Milla was quite popular at that time, due to her movies like Resident Evil and more. Later on, in 2013, Jacob & Company revealed their first split-flap world time zone display, called the S24. The same year, Cristiano Ronaldo, the most popular football star, became Jacob & Co.'s brand ambassador. They dealt with Cristiano to promote their Ghost 5 time zone timepiece collection. The company also produced its celestial-themed Astronomia tourbillon, which featured an exposed vertical moment and a design that would blow everyone's mind. In 2015, the company unveiled the Billionaire Watch, a whopping $18 million due to an 18K white gold case and bracelet with 260 carats of diamonds. The watch is so popular that Floyd Mayweather, the undefeated boxer, bought it in 2018. 2017 to today, the company just keeps growing. But one model that became popular after influencers like Andrew Tate bought it was the partnership with Bugatti, where they released the Bugatti Chiron. This model was called the Bugatti Chiron Tourbillon, and its design was to emulate the car's engine. There's a full working engine animation which works like the Bugatti W16 engine. But why exactly is Jacob & Company so successful? I noticed that Jacob Arabo always stays ahead of the trends, which is evident on many occasions. But the prime indicator was that in 2021, Jacob & Company became the first luxury watch brand to sell an NFT with a digital version of their watch. Jacob & Company also became the first luxury watch brand to accept cryptocurrency, and looking forward to today, they have made tremendous progress. So, from a kid who lived in Uzbekistan, what was the prime motivator for Jacob? Well, it was hunger. But not the type of hunger you're thinking about. It was the hunger to improve his life, family, and the people around him. While Jacob made many mistakes in his life and career, he remains one of the biggest luxury watch brand owners until today. If you liked the video, please subscribe and ring the bell icon if you want to watch future videos like these. Until next time, peace.